so hard today. Back in July, I lost a very dear person to me. She had cancer. Gina is what I called her. No biological relation. Just a mentor. Beautiful soul. An activist. Definitely ticked off her share of people. Sometimes me included. But I loved her more than anything. Didn't always agree, but I cherished every moment I had with her. Unfortunately, she didn't get to meet my husband. Her first language was Italian, but she was born in the USA. Troubled upbringing. She always believed in having fun in addition to the concept of working hard. Not quite full on work hard, play hard, but definitely you have to take the time to enjoy life. And then just today I learned another person that I thought was older, but that was more of a persona thing apparently. And Anon passed on, and he got doxxed by some jackasses. And I did look at the information, but my attitude is I'll remember at this point all of the name, but to me it's Smithy. Then we got a letter denying my husband Social Security disability again. Not really unexpected, because they want recent medical records. We don't have them. He hasn't been to doctors. He can't get to doctors. We're going to try and push him and see if we can get more done before the 60-day thing and try and appeal it. Who knows? I'm just so exhausted. RTA was cut off almost completely, and that was half of our food money, basically, and some of our rent money. And it was because of, again, another government error. And I'm sorry, but the way the Social Security thing is like, and many people have said, he has plenty of conditions, he should be able to easily get it. It's like, well, yeah, but what Social Security wants is one or two really bad things. And they can't really accept complications unless you actually can physically go to all the frickin' doctors and get all the proof. I don't think you can. I'm gonna try. We'll try again. I don't know. This is one of those cases where with universal basic income, he would have the resources to be able to pay for all the cabs, or we would have the resources to get a car, to get him to all of those doctors. He's never actually had his spine checked. I have a feeling there's some issues there. But he's never actually had it fully analyzed. Same thing with a couple of other of his issues. They've never been fully diagnosed. They've never been fully treated. I don't know what's going on with the housing subsidy in terms of for the apartment. Again, it's a government error. They were supposed to process it. They never freaking did. We did our part. Nothing. The reason why they cut back RTA was because one of the workers, came at least 30 to 40 minutes early, then left a note saying we were never there, and it's like, they went to the outer door, which is downstairs. We got there 25 minutes early. That should have been enough. It wasn't. We filled out a complaint. They said, oh, well, we'll make the appointment. Don't worry about it. It's like, And I called them and actually filed the complaint on the phone before they were even scheduled to show up. So, again, it's like, you can't do this to people and say, oh, but you have to, oh, just get it done. It's like, no. That is burn. It's like, no. I've had the damn people from student loans bugging me for about a week now, saying, oh, your repayment is due. Again, with them, I filed the paperwork. It was supposed to be 0, postponed for another freaking year. They approved it. If it wasn't for a snafu in terms of with the school, I would have gotten that thing, and I'm still not sure. I might technically owe the school money still too. At least they haven't called for bill collection on that, but Student Loan Services has. I don't know where either of them are. I know Student Loan Services is on me for, again, paperwork that they got. I know that in essence, landlord is on me for paperwork that should have been processed that hasn't been. So I messed up there too. And again, for people who say, oh, just do the system, follow the rules. We're freaking following them. But they don't work. They don't work. Especially when the government doesn't actually follow them. The rules can't work to protect people when the government doesn't follow all of them. We don't even have a freaking chance at that point. Yes, in theory, Medicaid transport would get him to the doctors. If it actually showed up. If it actually showed up on time. It doesn't, ever. So again, it's nice to have all these rules, but only if they actually function. It's nice to have people going around to different housing units and inspecting them. But if they don't actually report on all the problems, then what freaking good are they? I'm missing 2 mentors now. And I'm scared that if something doesn't come through, be it the judge in terms of the housing dispute, because we've been waiting on a house division for more than 4 years now to get finished and decide in our favor, at least reasonably close to it, and just order the frickin' money already. If the Social Security doesn't wake up, if the temporary assistance people don't wake up to the fact that they've screwed up. I might be dead in 3 months. No matter what the hell I do. No matter what the hell my husband does. Or at the very least, we're going to be a whole lot sicker than we are now. And I don't know that there's anything else beyond just continuing to slog through, wait, and hope that we can do. And again, baseline, neither my husband nor I are that sick. No job in their right mind would hire him as a steady worker. He could do magic gigs, okay, every now and again. But only if we have transportation to get him to and from it, which is to say, I need a car or a cab. Really, for the magic thing, I need a car. As in, I need to be driving, I need to rent it, and I need to actually have a car. Or ideally, really, at this point, just plain home. And then I'll be able to occasionally get into a gig. But desk job and most other kinds of that kind of thing, no boss in their right mind would hire him. Because they'd be required to make too many frickin' modifications. And again, he would need the money to get there and back, which would mean, again, a car or a cab. Or, again, people saying, oh, work from home. It's like, when he can't really hear people over the phone, and we don't have a desktop that works, working from home, like mail order thing or whatever, customer service, it can't work. Especially when he also has trouble with his vocal cords occasionally failing, so he can't speak. So you can't do customer service over the phone from home if you can't hear someone and you can't always talk to them either. That can't work. It can't. So, occasionally he can do household chores, but it's rare, and he can't do too many of them. Primarily, it's us arguing back and forth because we realized we needed a frickin' dishwasher, and we need an actual laundry machine set up that's, at the very least, in this building on this floor, if not in this apartment. The next place, we'll make sure we have one in terms of when we get either of these monies. Although at this point I'm beginning to get close to my husband where I'm wondering if this is going to be an if as opposed to when. Again, neither of us are actually that sick. It's just poverty makes you sicker. It's not just increased raw medical expenses. It's a matter of, for anyone who has any kind of disability, it is going to guarantee to degrade them further. I know it has mine, and I know it has my husband. And the worse you sink into poverty, the worse your condition will get. Living in a slum, albeit again, we're in a pretty safe slum, but we're still in a slum. Doesn't help. One of the definitions, by the way, of slum is the roads and the sidewalk upkeep is a mess. They're not. I know some places they don't even have sidewalks. They have shoulders of the road or side where you could walk. But flat out, also a lot of the country you can't get anywhere without a car. You just can't do it. Some kind of motorized vehicle. I'll continue, and I'm going to chart to one of the mentors that I lost was into researching. I'm going to start that as soon as I can. But for now, I'm just a freaking mess, not only of his passing, but over everything else, some of which I occasionally mentioned to him, and he was very kind about. Get through this together. Shalom.